Battling foul trouble as well. And again, Hazard giving up that 5-point possession to Perry Central at the 4:09 mark. Tobler had the and one plus the technical. Hazard battles back to tie it at 62. We knew it was going to take more than 4 quarters to decide things between these two old rivals, huh?
Yeah, Tanner, I've got a stat for you. In the fourth quarter, Hazard scores 12 points, 10 of those from Griffin Wells, 2 3-pointers and 4 cool as ice foul shots.
Frazier versus Tobler at center court for this jump ball.
They can't put their arms in there like that.
Orange lather is in the air, and Tobler wins the tap easily. Commodores with first possession here in overtime.
Inside 4 minutes we go. Great defense.
They go to Tobler inside, working on Johnson. He'll kick it to back. Now back to Tobler. Good play, and Tobler will go to the line. Nicely drawn up by Shannon Hoskins out of the break. Third foul on Nidifer.
Noah back with an excellent feed. Damon Tobler, the most valuable player of the Mountain Classic, making the impact here.
Couple of big free throws after struggling at the line tonight.
Yeah.
64-62 PCC.
Really not guarding Frazier in regards to the outside shot. Turner playing way off him because he's afraid that he'll go by him with the dribble. See Hazard trying to space things out here to give Frazier that opportunity.
Frazier had 12 of his 16 in that third quarter. Did not score in the fourth. Turner's done a great job guarding him.
Giving him the outside jumper and Frazier being disciplined, refusing to take that. Johnson and Tobler battling down on a low block.
We played a minute in overtime. Hazard down 2. They work it down low to Johnson. He nearly lost it. They say no double dribble because the ball was tipped.
Great defense by both of these teams. Great effort.
Wells has been the hero so far for Hazard.
They can afford to be deliberate here.
How about the patience of these Bulldogs?
It's a great, great atmosphere.
Textbook Al Holland basketball here.
Absolutely.
Wells for the lead. Down to Dunn. He will not force the issue. He'll give it to back for a 3. That's no good. Johnson the board for the Bulldogs.
Still the good shot. That's the shot you wanted. It just didn't drop. Good idea.
Frazier for the tie. Plus the 1.
Tremendous second half.
Fourth foul on Matt Turner as we go to the Deskins Motors instant replay.
Check this little crossover, take it right to the hook. 2 points.
And the free throw goes down. Hazard, a 1-point lead, 65-64 here in overtime.
Kind of figured number 23, Blair, wants to make a big play. Good defense out front.
Johnson guarding Tobler. Damon gets by him to the rack. Lays it in. Commodores lead.
Probably could have dropped off him a little bit in that instance there, Tanner, and forced the outside shot. You knew he probably wouldn't go from 20 feet. Great move by Tobler, the left-hander. Takes it to the left for the big bucket. Coach Al Holland directing traffic. That's where they want it.
Frazier for the lead. Offensive foul. Perry Central knew it was coming. They were able to slide over and take the charge.
I don't know if we've got a replay of that one. I'm sure there'll be a timeout to come here in the future. We'll take a look here. I'm not sure if the player's set. Let's see. Tobler slides over, and
I think he got there,
yeah,
Jim.
I think so. Tough call. Frazier, you know, when a guy jumps, you're supposed to be able to let him have a place to come down. Tough call on the officials, and this time it goes against Frazier.
So a couple of big plays here late for Damon Tobler. He hits the layup to give Perry Central the lead, then absorbs the contact and takes the charge there. One of those 50-50 calls. I wouldn't have been surprised to see that one go the other way, but it goes in favor of Perry Central. Blair dribbles it off his foot. It's over to Hazard. He would have had a layup if he could have kept control of that one.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to number 12 there, Blake Nidifer. He was the last line of defense. He scored 19 points the last time that these teams met. He's only got 2 here this evening, 2 foul shots, but he hustles back on defense, forces a turnover.
Frazier, Hazard leads. Instead of attacking from the top, Al Holland pulls him over to the wing. He goes from there, and he gives Hazard the lead. Back for Perry Central, gives them the lead back on the 3. Timeout, Commodores. 69-67.
The freshman hits the three-pointer, and got to believe he's going to hit a few more of those in his career as you see the fans react to this great high school basketball game. Coach Al Holland now forced to draw up something that will work against this tough Perry Central defense. See the kids there on the bench, they're really exhorting these guys on. A lot of fun here at the Nixon Center.
The 8th-ranked three-point shooter in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the freshman, Noah Back, comes up big to give Perry Central the 69-67 lead. This one's still far from over, if recent history is any indication. And by recent history, I mean the 4th quarter.
So now with 34 ticks left, Tanner, do you go quick or do you kind of work it down? That's the question. For Coach Al Holland, he's hit some three-pointers in this game. Do you take it all the way down and shoot the 3 and have that be the win or lose on that? Or do you go immediately at the basket right now and try to extend the game? For Perry Central, do they put some full court pressure and perhaps have their defense get somewhat out of joint? That's what they'll do. They'll put some full court pressure, and sometimes you can beat that full court pressure and get an easy bucket.
Yeah, do you risk giving Frazier a one-on-one here if you pressure man-to-man full court?
Tobler is sticking with Frazier.
Commodores going to take their chances. Stolen away from Wells. Dunn has it. Travis Dunn dribbling out the clock, or trying to. Now he's trapped in the corner, and they give Perry Central the timeout. How about the Commodores coming up with the steal on that inbound?
Yeah, just a great play. Not sure who made the big play. I think it was Matthew Turner that left up there, and there was no foul called. It is a 30-second timeout.
Double bonus the rest of the way for both teams. So Hazard, if it does not get a steal or force a turnover, has to foul and hope Perry Central hits less than 2 free throws to avoid this being a 2-possession game.
Now, Perry Central will have to inbound the ball from a tough spot, deep corner, Tanner. You don't normally practice inbound plays from that type of situation. If you're Hazard, I think you try for the steal for maybe 7-8 seconds. Then you try to foul, which it would be the automatic 2-shot foul. It's like they'll put Johnson on the inbound thrower, and I think that's a good idea.
Tough inbound spot, and they try to get it into Blair. It's knocked out of bounds by Frazier. Stay with the Commodores. 21 seconds to go in overtime.
You know that Coach Shannon Hoskins wants to get it in the hands of some of his guards. He's got great foul shooters in Travis Dunn, James Blair, and Noah back.
Chase Caldwell re-enters the Hazard lineup. Zach Fleming heads out for the Bulldogs. Turner the inbound man, Johnson guarding him. Into Tobler.
Thought you might want to foul Tobler quickly.
And they will foul James Blair. Not who they wanted to foul. He's a 71% shooter from the charity stripe this season.
No, and he's such a big game player as well, Tanner. He's not a guy who's going to shy away from this moment. He has to have both of them for the two-possession game. Short.
Remember, Griffin Wells hit 2 free throws with less than 2 seconds to go in regulation to help Hazard tie the game and send it to overtime.
Now, even if he hits it, it's a one-possession game.
He missed them both. And a foul called on the rebound against Perry Central. So Hazard will have 2 free throws.
Boy, it looked like Blair had made a tremendous play. He knew the foul shot was short, and I thought that he had successfully tapped it to his teammate. Excellent call by the officials in this tough game to officiate. And now look who's at the line, Tanner Esterberg.
Griffin Wells, who hit the 2 free throws to send it to overtime, will now try to tie the game again.
If he hits both of these, do you go for full court pressure or do you drop back?
Man, he's a cool customer, isn't he?
Now your question, let's look and see what Al Holland decides. I think he wants his guys to go back and meet them at half court. If he hits this and you try full court pressure, I think Perry handles the ball too well. They'll get a good shot.
Wells ties the game. He has 20 points. 15 seconds to go in overtime. Perry Central going to play for the win here. Trying to get to the 54th District Championship here Friday night. 3 seconds to go. Blair for the win, blocked away. A whistle.
They call a foul?
It's a foul against Jason Johnson. Now our officials are going to get together and talk about it. They're going to bring the coaches together to explain this call. One official signaled foul. What is the call going to be? This has been such a well-officiated game all night long.
Officials have done a great job. I guess the question is it a foul or is it ball out of bounds?
It's 2 free throws for James Blair. And they have put 0.6 seconds back on the clock.
Remember, he just missed his last 2 foul shots.
Timeout Hazard. Let's go back to the replay again to see if we could pick up whether there was a foul on James Blair.
I thought it was actually going to go against someone else. I think Frazier comes and blocks the basketball and actually fouls Johnson, you know, his own teammate. And the ball goes sailing out of bounds. And after the play happened, it seemed like perhaps there was another Perry Central jersey in there, and perhaps he was fouled, but I didn't see a whole lot that occurred on James Blair.
Certainly looked clean up top, but again, we don't have the benefit of seeing if there was a little bit of a body check there. Maybe that's what the officials saw.
Exactly.
Again, they've been right on top of it all night long.
And you know, Tanner, here's, of course, Al Holland. I might as well throw in a second guess, but Blair had just missed 2 foul shots the last trip down the court. A lot of times a timeout is to ice a player, but I don't know now. Maybe it gives him a little bit of time to catch his breath. He only has to make 1 out of 2 to perhaps win this game. This is kind of like the old NBA 3 to make 2. That long before you were born, but that was the 3 to make 2.
Well, I'm like you, Jim. Both these players have absolutely drained every speck of energy they have. They are worn out, and Blair had the chance to collect himself. Now 2 free throws, needs just 1 to give Perry Central the lead. 0.6 remaining, and there it is. And that's his 20th point. Now do you miss this one on purpose?
I like that idea, Tanner, and I think that is an excellent idea. I think that is the thing to do to win the game.
He misses it. Wells will heave it up from 3/4 court, and the rivalry stays red. Perry Central marches on. 70-69, the Commodores defeat Hazard in an instant classic.
Tremendous basketball game. Tremendous basketball game, and just great job by all these kids. You see the scrum there. Looks like somebody may get hurt there. The fans joyously mob the team. Great game. Great sportsmanship.
See Austin Spurlock there for Hazard being consoled. Number one had to sit out all of the fourth quarter and part of the third. He fouled out with 1:21 to go in the third. Hazard desperately missed him down the stretch. The Bulldogs come up agonizingly short of the upset, and Perry Central's hopes of a region title stay alive. Anthony Bersalia is down on the floor with the hero for the Commodores, James Blair. Take it away, Anthony.
What a game for your Commodores. You all pull it out in overtime, 70-69. What was going through your mind on those free throws?
I was just trying to clear my head and think of something happy so I can make it.
How big of a win does this mean for you?
Where's my senior year? It meant a lot because now we got a tough opponent out of the way. It's easier for us to go to Rupp.
Well, congratulations, James, and enjoy this victory.
Thanks, sir.
Coach Hoskins, I could feel it in the huddles on both sides. Pins and needles, even more tense. I was here in 2004, more tense than then. What was going through your mind when Blair shot those free throws?
Well, he just missed the previous two, and he's too good a free throw shooter to continue to miss. So I knew that he was going to make one of those last two.
What did you expect coming into this game? Did you know it was going to be close, or what do you think?
Absolutely. You don't play Hazard and Perry Central and it not be a tough game because they're so well coached, and the rivalry, the emotion, and that's what you got all of it tonight.
Does this game kind of drain you when you play either Leslie or Buckhorn in the championship?
Yeah, it does. It does. It absolutely drains you. It's tough.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You at least have you a spot in the regional championship. Best of luck when you play in the district championship.
Appreciate it.
Tanner and Jim.
All right, Anthony, thank you. Perry Central will play for a district championship here Friday night against either Buckhorn or Leslie County. 70-69, the final score in overtime. The Commodores beat Hazard. We'll take a break and come back and continue our post-game show in our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week on this TV and WYMT.com.